Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket and today in this video we are going to look at what happened to the markets today, what we can expect from the markets tomorrow, as well as what's going on with Russia. So we are also going to see what is happening to our positions and how much profit or loss we made as well. So first discussing what exactly is going on with the markets. Up till yesterday night, SGX Nifty was trading 300 points higher. So it was trading somewhere around 16,900 and today morning it was down by close to 150 points. And what was the reason? So it was almost a move of 450 points downwards. And the reason to this is Putin actually told to keep the nukes ready. So what is the issue with having nuclear weapons, and also why exactly is Putin trying to use nuclear weapons? What is his real motive? So for this, I actually did a lot of research and tried to understand what exactly is happening. So what did actually Putin achieve by doing all this? So here, what we have to understand is what Putin actually wants. Putin wants two things. One, he wants supremacy. So he wants Russia as well as himself to be very powerful. And second one, what he really wants is legacy. So he wants Putin to be held with a very high regard in Russia. So he doesn't want somebody to come and tell Putin was not a great leader or Putin was not so strong or anything of that. So the thing is, there are records of many historians telling that Putin actually goes to them and asks 100 years later what exactly will be written about me. So this clearly shows that he wants a very nice legacy next to his name. And apart from that, as we already discussed, he wants supremacy. So right now he's threatening to attack Ukraine, whether he's fighting for pro-Russian regions alone or whether he is actually trying to unify USSR and bring Russia back to its past glory. So what exactly is happening? Russia did attack Ukraine and it sent a lot of troops into Ukraine to attack Ukraine. So after this, nobody really participated in the war. Rather, they started to crumble the Russian economy. So the Western countries started to impose sanctions on Russia where the economy was really crumbled. So this effect is not seen in the shorter run, but what we can really see in the longer run, it is going to be really bad for Russia. So what is the issue? One, foreign assets held by top Russian banks as well as elite class of Russia is being frozen. Two, Russia is being removed from the payment system. That means if once Russia gets removed from SWIFT payment, that means nobody can really send money to Russia or receive money from Russia. So they will be economically completely secluded. And three, the most important part is they are trying to cut off trade relations with Russia. So the entire Western country is trying to cut off trade relations with Russia. Fourth, they have completely blocked international financing from the West for Russia. The major issue is because of all these economic sanctions, the Russian currency is getting devalued quite a lot. Russian bonds are already being rated as junk bonds and the yields have gone almost close to 80%. So the entire economy is in a very bad shape and the real effects of all these will be seen in the longer run. Right now, what we are able to see is the devaluation of the currency as well as the bonds, but the real hurt to the economy happens over the course of a long run. So not just this, what else is happening is as Russia is trying to prolong the war. So now they can't obviously come back. They have already entered so much into Ukraine. Now if they come back, it will be a big black mark on Putin and he clearly doesn't want that. So he wants to exit out of Ukraine, but he doesn't want to exit out of shame because the top elites who were actually supporting Putin are now no longer as happy as they were initially. And one more issue is the moment Russia starts to become more aggressive, Putin is also going to lose confidence of his own people. Right now, Russian media is completely rigged. What Russians are actually getting to see now is that Ukraine is actually attacking Russia and Russia is only trying to defend itself. And right now, more than 50% of the people in Russia actually think it is good to invade Ukraine because they feel that Ukraine is actually trying to attack Russia and not the other way around. So it is completely rigged. So the thing here is the longer they continue the war, it is going to cost more for Putin. So the thing is, Ukraine is getting help from the West. So the Western countries are actually financing the war for Ukraine. If not fully, at least most of the war is being financed by the Western countries. Who is Putin actually going to approach for his war finances? He actually approached Kazakhstan, but they outright rejected him. And now, the longer he prolongs the war, it is going to cost him more. First of all, the economy is in such a bad shape, and that's the reason he told that he's okay with negotiations with the president of Ukraine recently. And also, just to add more frighten or more fear, he also summoned the nuclear weapons and told that they have to be kept in position. So the thing is, he is not so easily going to attack because it is going to come with a huge consequence for him. Using the nuclear weapons is not that easy because now whoever is supporting Putin might not also end up supporting Putin if he actually does it. So what he actually wants to achieve, he will be doing exact opposite, and that is definitely not good for him. On this news that Putin has actually asked to keep the nuke weapons ready, the markets today gapped down close to 300 points. So Nifty was around 16,300, and from then on, so that was more or less like the bottom what Nifty made today, and from then on there was continuous buying till the end of the day. So Nifty almost closed at the highest point of the day. It recovered complete 500 points and it closed near 16,800. So IT stocks did a great recovery. Even stocks like Asian Paints, which were down almost 3%, ended up almost close to 2% higher. So there was a 5% recovery. Reliance went up almost 3%, and even Infosys as well as TCS also went up 1% each. And these were the stocks which actually opened 2% down, but they ended the day with almost the highest point. So what we really saw lagging is the banking sector. So the private banks, especially HDFC and Kotak, didn't perform pretty well. So they opened gap down, but they remained down throughout the day. Bank Nifty also at a point of time was down by close to 800 points. Later, we also got to see a recovery of 600 points in Bank Nifty, but that was not very significant when compared to Nifty because Nifty actually ended the whole day in positive 0.5%. So that was a fantastic recovery what we got to see in Nifty. Currently, if we see the European markets, even they are down by 2%, and we really don't know how it is going to end. And looking at the current market data, again we can expect FIIs to be the net sellers and DIIs to be the net buyers, and it is a very positive sign for Nifty given that the market actually opened gap down and it was able to fill the full gap as well as end the whole day in positive. So it was able to end the day above the previous day's high as well. So this is a complete bullish engulfing pattern what we got to see in Nifty today. So that will bring us to the next question, what we can really expect from the markets day after tomorrow. So tomorrow is holiday on account of Shivaratri, and day after tomorrow is again when we'll be having the trade. So looking at Bank Nifty, it clearly shows a very strong support coming at lower levels around 35,000 and resistance coming around 37,000. If you look at the 36,000 short straddle, it is pricing in close to 1,200 points. So that is extremely high given that tomorrow is a holiday and then there is only 2 days left to expiry. And even if you look at Nifty, so Nifty has very strong resistance coming in at 17,000 and a very strong support around 16,200. So it is not once which we saw Nifty taking support at 16,200, it was almost twice, and today's recovery also suggests that whenever the market is coming down, there is very strong buying which is taking place. So this is a very positive news for the market. So we can expect Nifty to trade in the range of 16,000 to 17,000 for this expiry unless there is any news which breaks out. So as Nifty moves towards 17,000, we'll definitely expect some resistance to be seen. So unless there is any additional news what we'll be getting tomorrow, we should expect this range to be held. And for Bank Nifty, again we can expect 35,000 to 37,000 as long as there is no extra news coming in. So if there is any positive news saying that Putin is planning to withdraw from the war or anything of that sort, then we can expect a pretty good rally in the market for Wednesday. Tomorrow in the community tab, I'll be updating what exactly is the market view for day after tomorrow, because right now I don't have a lot of data regarding what is happening to US or more about the Russia-Ukraine war. So tomorrow we will be getting a good idea about, by the end of the day, we'll be getting a good idea about what exactly can happen to Nifty as well, based on what we can see from SGX Nifty. So right now European markets is down, but once they start to recover, we can also expect SGX Nifty to shoot up little higher. So now coming to what happened to our trade, and this is the last part of the video. So on Friday, we actually had a loss of 4 lakh. Why exactly this is the case? Because we had short sold calls quite a lot, and there was a recovery of close to 1200 points in Bank Nifty, and we lost close to 2 lakh in positional and 2 lakh in intraday. So even though the market was trading in a very tight range, so the stop loss got triggered and we lost 2 lakh in intraday and 2 lakh in positional. So I couldn't make the video on Friday because Saturday we put a video on crypto, and yesterday also I couldn't make a video. So today we made around 2.5 lakh profit. So I won't be showing you in detail because even though the profit was around 2.5 lakh, there is nothing much to explain. We had done a simple short straddle, the call side stop loss got triggered, and after that the market just started rallying and the put side just decayed. So it was a very simple trade, and there's nothing much to add on to this. So that's the reason I'll be attaching the screenshot of today's trade. And I think I had also updated on Twitter that we lost around 1.8 lakh on Friday from intraday trades, and positional we lost another 2 lakh. So today we have recovered 2.5 lakh. All in all, we are negative of 1.5 lakh, which we hope to recover maybe on Wednesday or Thursday. So by this weekend, again, we should be expecting this entire week to end positive, because this entire February month has gone quite well and we are up by close to 10 to 12 lakhs. So that's for today's video, guys, and I hope that you found it useful and you've also found it interesting. If you have liked the content, then don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, as well as subscribe to Optionables. Tomorrow again, I'll update in the community tab as to what we are expecting for day after tomorrow or Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining.